Hey folks, this is Anthony with the Honda Snowblower Enthusiast channel in Facebook. Is your chute loose like this and you need to fix it? I'm going to show you how to fix this loose chute along with some other maintenance tips for your chute. Okay, folks? Stay tuned. I'll be right with you. Okay, let me show you this problem here I have to thank Tom, one of our subscribers, for mentioning this. I'm going to show you how to fix this. I'm going to show you some basic maintenance tips on your chute, and I'm going to show you how to fix your shooter control if it's skipping and not turning your chute. Now, before we start, if you're not getting notifications on these money-saving videos, please click on the bell. That will give you notifications, and the red button in the corner of the video for subscribing. I really appreciate that, folks. So let me show you this first. I'm going to have to take this off to really show you. These are called the keepers, or they call them the chute plates. So we take those off. You don't have to take them off to fix the loose chute, but I want to show you what some shops are doing, which I think is not a good idea. So let me take this off. I want to take my cable off first just to make it easier. What you do is you put your chute control up in the high position. Okay, you loosen up this nut. I already did some of this work to save time. So you loosen this nut, you pull your top down, and the chute comes right out. Okay? And while you're at it, you can spray some cable lube down this hole to lubricate your cable, and you can do it on the other end also. So get that out of the way. Let's take these other keepers off, or chute plates. They call them chute plates at Honda, but I call them keepers, the chute keeper. So I got those off. Now I can take my chute off. And what I can do a little bit of maintenance here so it turns freer. I can use some fine steel wool and clean the inside, and I can clean off my chute bushing. It's not really recommended. I used to lubricate these with some light grease, but what happens over time is that the grease attracts dirt, and then you have a harder time turning it. So I clean this up. I'll clean this up with my steel wool. Now let me show you what a lot of shops are doing. I get a lot of machines at my shop that have this problem. And what a lot of shops are doing is they're taking a hammer or a rubber mallet, and they're banging. They're lifting this part, which does tighten the chute. If you have a loose chute, it's very easy. It's very fast to do this, to bang the bottom, but I don't recommend this, and I'll tell you why. This is part of your bucket. The bucket could be $1,000 bucket, $1,200 bucket. And if you do this too much, use a rubber mallet or a metal or a hammer or something, this whole thing could break off right here. I've seen it. I've seen cracks in here. These will crack right here. And the whole top plate, I don't know if you can see this, this whole triangle top plate will break off. Now that's a time-consuming and expensive welding repair, and it has to be done right, because if it's not done right, your chute will be a little bit off, see? And it won't mesh with the teeth of the chute will not mesh with your worm gear correctly. So I really don't recommend this. It's fast, it's easy, and I think that's why a lot of mechanics and owners do that. And over time, you're going to damage this plate. You're going to either crack it here, crack it there, or the whole plate's going to come off. I've seen this many times, and these are pushed up, and so that's the evidence that I see that they were using a hammer or a mallet to bang them up. Now what I do, it takes a little bit more time. Here's your keeper. I just stick these in a vise, okay? I'll stick them in a vise, and I'll hit the ends. I'll knock the ends in just a little bit on each side. And then I will put it back on and make sure that you can see the space here, okay? Well, this is exaggerated because the chute's not on it. But this is what's causing your loose chute. And so you want to bang down the ends. I stick them in a vise and then try it and see if it tightens up. I can do it on all three. Usually you have to do it on all three, okay? And it takes a little bit of trial and error. It takes a little bit longer. But this part, this part's only like $8 if you had to replace it. I've never had to replace one of these. I might bend it too much on one side or the other, and it's too tight, and then the chute won't turn. So I will just, trial and error, bend it back a little bit until I get it right, and then my chute is nice and tight when I turn it. Where's my bushing? So you clean the bushing up. While you're doing this, like I said, you don't have to take off the chute to do this, to repair your loose chute. But I like to kill two birds with one stone. If I haven't done any maintenance on it, I will do that. And then you put your keeper back on, all three of them, and then test it. And then if you have to redo one, it's just easy. You take it off with a 12 millimeter head, take it off, and you got it. You can also lubricate your cables. And if you have a problem, let me get this out of the way. If you have a problem with this clicking, it's not turning or whatever, it's because the worm gear is not meshing correctly with the teeth. And this is pretty easy too. This is a 12 millimeter head. You can loosen up this nut here. This is part of your shooter control. It connects under here underneath the gas tank. You can loosen that up, and you can adjust that also. So what I do is I loosen this one up. I'll loosen this up. You don't have to remove it, but I'm just showing you how to do it. You loosen this nut, and then you let me loosen it up a little bit more. You got a washer there. Let's see if I get that. See, now you got your teeth. See, this was actually a problem with me. It was out here somewhere. You can see the teeth. So I had to loosen it up, and I push it back in so that the worm gear meshes with the teeth, and then I'll tighten up my nut below. And then I'll make sure, this, all you have to do here is just tighten this back up, because it will kind of adjust itself. After you've got this readjusted, this will, with this nut loose, it will adjust itself. So all you have to do is tighten it up. Now at the end of this video, I'm going to post a link to one of our most popular videos on how to, there's 7 upgrades. Let's see, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 upgrades you can make to your Honda that will make it better than new. And I'll post a link to that video at the end of this one. So thank you for watching, and please hit the notification bell and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.